Yo, doing a bit of Super Arcade racing with this guy who I've partly invited him, but he's not responded yet. I don't know if I'm in the same thing as him or what, to be honest. Can I upgrade stuff? I can. Let's upgrade that. Insufficient coins. Oh, I wish I'd paid attention to what was in the upgrades. Is he in here? Oh, he is. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot how to play this. No way. Is there no boost? Totally forgot how to play this game. It's a pretty cool game, Super Arcade Racing. I think not everybody's comfortable with party chats. I don't know. It's a shame because most of the fun of gaming is chatting in parties online. Right, this is a disastrous race for me. But admittedly, I didn't know what the control screen was. Okay. He's kicked my ass completely. What is that? What's going on here? 193 points to get you to beginner. Choose level. Alright. I presume this must be the guide, Lively Hug. Oh, I don't know. I've got to figure out what this control scheme is. What's it called? Super Arcade Racing. Controls. Oh man. He's just shook me. He's dirty, racing dirty, isn't he? Oh, that's like a boost. Don't know this circuit very well. I think he must have crashed then earlier. Taken out every bit of road furniture there is possible. He must have crashed then. Okay, 3 seconds behind. I wonder if he's like a proper like played this game a lot. I can honestly say I have not. I've done about an hour on it. This is insane, just going up the levels. I'm struggling at the first level. Wait. Oh no. I must be. Would you like to continue searching for players in the background? Yeah. Hey, dude. Sure. Can you hear me, dude? I'm totally lost him.
Hello?
Hey, man.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
I didn't hit my headset on.
That's all right. Congrats on those 2 races. I've not played this much, by the way, so you'll not find much competition from me.
Oh, that's all right. I just started playing yesterday, but Apparently, my brother started playing for me, so I got like 20 achievements when I started the game.
Awesome. I didn't even know how to accelerate. I was like holding the trigger. It was not moving, but I think it's A to accelerate. I don't even know what the other controls are though. If there's a nitro or anything. That's all
Sorry
right.
about that.
I'm
All
just
right,
gonna.
so but it's yeah, it is a button. I found that going around the turns, letting off the accelerator and like on and off, I handle the corners a lot better.
Okay.
So that does seem to happen if you lay off the accelerator and
I
like
mean,
hit it real fast on off on off.
I went out and got like six of these top-down races like in the same day, and I just got so
Oh
confused between all of them. Oh, I'm loving these games. I come out of the online room that we're in though. I don't know if you've got a room code or anything like that at all.
no, I don't. Actually, out of nowhere because they had this on sale, I was just like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's like, I don't know if you remember a game called Motor Rotor for like the TurboGrafx 16 back in the 90s, and it's kind of like that as far as the over the head.
What console was that on?
TurboGrafx 16.
No, but what
It
console?
was it was the TurboGrafx 16. That was basically the third stepchild. They were like the. It was during the '90s when Super Nintendo and Genesis were battling out for supremacy, and then you had like little old NEC with their system playing
No
third
way.
fiddle.
Oh, are you into those some of those retro like obscure
Well, you know what?
consoles?
Well, it's not really so much into it. Like honestly, I thought the TurboGrafx had the best system at that time, and I'm a huge fan of it. I found a company called Analog online. Uh, their website's like analog.co, and they do a lot of retro consoles. Apparently, there's no emulation involved, but they use like an what is that, FPGA
Oh, what's that?
to pretty much do what the system has done, like what the system did.
What's an FPGA? I've not heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a chip or something.
Oh, so instead of right, so you can do software emulation, or you can actually just sort of remake the hardware
Yeah,
chip,
but
I suppose.
that's the thing. They use a hardware chip, but it doesn't use any. It doesn't use emulation per se. They have like I don't. I own the Super Nintendo one. It was called the Super NT.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty badass because you can pretty much use the original peripherals with it.
Oh, awesome. Is it
And what's
licensed
that?
by Nintendo, or is it?
No, no.
Oh, I'm surprised
But you
Nintendo
pretty
haven't
much can
sued the
use.
asses off them then, like,
Well,
because they.
no, actually, here's the thing. It's you can pretty much uh, you it pretty much only takes like the original cartridges and stuff like that. It doesn't do any kind of emulation. It doesn't play ROMs or anything like that. You have to have the original cartridges.
Are you playing that on a CRT as well, or a regular flat panel?
Let's see if I can adjust because your volume's a little low for me here.
Oh, sorry, I
Let's see.
don't.
That's right. I'm getting old and I got like the sound going
When you say you're getting
louder.
old, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 47.
Man, I'm 41, so should I be feeling old? I am feeling old, actually.
You know, enjoy it now.
Oh no,
41. I felt good at 41. Right
dude,
now, it's just I haven't really done a really good job of taking care of myself, and father time is pretty much banging down my door now.
oh,
So
I see, I,
is
I go to the doctors more than I do bars nowadays. Do you know what I mean? So
okay.
that's a sign of age.
Okay. Where is the volume on this thing?
Oh, it's in the party chat, and then you click on my name. If you go into the
Oh,
party,
chat.
click on my
Uh,
name, and then you can turn it up and down.
no, that's the chat. Sorry. Oh, party. So I click on. Ah,
Oh,
that helps.
dude, I'm streaming this game. If that's okay, I don't know if you mind
No,
things like that.
that's all right. No,
Oh, cool.
I gotta be able to hear you a little bit better.
No, what I was
Since
saying
like I
was,
said, I'm just trying to turn off the because the volume of the game doesn't help.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know where I'm sat in the like a menu, so I haven't got the game
Yep.
going on. Are you playing that console on a like an old CRT TV or a
No,
flat
no.
panel? Okay.
It's a high. It's the flat. It's an ultra high def one. So
So has it got
I got it.
HDMI out then, or?
Yep, that's what we got. So I
Okay.
figured out the settings. I can actually hear you now.
Oh, sweet.
So let's go ahead and go back online because it got kicked. I'm like, oh, it's like backed out. I'm like, really? Okay. So do you have a setup, or do you want to invite, or do you want me to invite you?
I mean, I can invite. I mean, I'm happy with that. So, oh, it says share the room
Okay.
code. So there's a 263219.
Usually, okay. So what is it?
263219.
26219. Does that work?
Awesome.
There you are.
So you're Lively Huge Lobster, are you, or is that me?
You know what? They just gave me the name. I'm like, I'm like Badger Rock Rhino. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That's the name that they gave me. So.
Okay. Can we stick to M2 for a second, just so I get a little bit
M2?
more? Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem.
The other ones are quite fast. Yeah, I love these top-down races and the isometric ones and stuff. There's some really great games that are in this format.
You know what? I absolutely, like I said, this one totally reminds me of a game called Moto Rotor. But the animation obviously is smoother. I love the interaction with the elements where you can knock stuff down and.
Oh yeah.
And you can just hit stuff and cause it to dump, and I'm like.
And there's a really cool one called Super Pixel Racers as well. That's currently on the sale, I think, or it was very recently.
I actually have seen that. I saw that.
What I miss is Micro Machines. I've not played a good Micro Machine since the 90s.
Nice. Yeah, those were fun games.
Yeah, I remember playing 16 player on that game.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 people at once. Like you take a turn.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that was like the tournament one.
Yeah, that's the one. So you played it then?
Yes, it's been a long time. I was like, oh, wait, the tournament one. You want to try that again, or?
I'm happy to go up to M3. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything other than A? Does B do anything? Is there a break?
You know what? I think B hits the brakes.
Okay.
Because because I was trying to do like, because they have like a drift for like 4 seconds or whatever.
Oh yeah.
On the Xbox, so I was like trying to do that, but I'm not sure if I can't. I'm not going fast enough to be able to do that, or. Let's try. Oh, the little green car. I'm doing it.
Oh, that doesn't look very powerful. What?
But looks are deceiving.
That's filthy. No, I'm all over the place now.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, it's just getting used to the way it handles and understanding the controls. Like I said, this handles way better than Moto Rotor ever did, and I got really good with Moto Rotor. So I was like, these controls to me were pretty much like super responsive compared to Moto Rotor. So it's like, all right, this is like no real adjustment.
How many of those consoles sold back in the day? Do you know?
It wasn't that many because the biggest problem they had was they didn't have many big licensing houses to back them.
Okay.
So they couldn't really get a lot of really high-line games and stuff like that. So they were really, as a system, as far as what was available, they were mostly shmups and RPGs. They were really
Right.
mostly known for that. Their mascot was Bonk, who was like this big-headed caveman who had butted his way into your heart.
Oh no way. So is it? Did you say NEC? Is that a Japanese
Yes,
manufacturer?
it was that was the other thing is they were trying to really work in the American market, and it just did not work. And they did manage to get like Capcom to do Street Fighter 2, but
Oh
it was
right.
only released in Japan.
So those sorts of
So,
games that have only had Japan releases can be worth quite a lot of money in the States, can't they?
oh, they actually are going for a ridiculous amount right now. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess a lot of the. I'm like people have way too much money on their hands. 'Cause I'm like, I thought the system was great back in the '90s, and yeah,
The trouble is, you want
so
these things in mint condition, though, don't you? Really, that's if it's going to be
well,
collectors that buy them.
I wouldn't. I don't really. I mean, if you're looking for collectors, yeah, a lot of people look. Otherwise, I would just want it, to play. And like I
Yeah.
said, that company called Analog, they're actually releasing a Duo system that's supposed to be shipped this year, but we'll see because I've seen them when they first announced that they were going to be doing the system. It was supposed to be released in 2021.
Okay.
But then there was like a chip shortage and all this other stuff. So a whole bunch of stuff got pushed back.
I've never heard of them. Have they done any Commodore stuff as well? This analog company.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen anything for that. Like I said, what I've seen is I think they believe they did a Neo Geo. They did Nintendo, which it was like an all-in-one. It was Nintendo and Famicom, where you can put either one cartridge into the system and it would work. A Super Nintendo and a Genesis one.
Oh, I've got the website. I don't think I've come across them before, but the name does ring a bell. It's
Okay.
strange. I'd
All
love
right.
to
So,
take a trip over to Japan and get some of the obscure consoles from over there. Oh,
oops,
which
sorry.
where are
I
you?
just backed out. I goofed up. I was like, you were hitting 4, I was hitting 5. I didn't realize you wanted to do it again. What was your room again?
Well, if we just go to find players, let's see if we just
Okay.
match up that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, there we go. They did. All right, cool.
we're the only two people online. That's why I put a post up because unless it's like a AAA game, you just don't find people online nowadays.
You
M5.
know what? That is, and well, and plus with the way this works, it's like obviously the code invite, so it's not like it doesn't seem like it's a free and open type thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few games like there's one called Blur on the Xbox 360 I love, and it's just hard to find people on that. But
Okay.
because that's not a backwards compatible game, those are the toughest ones. But it's nice that the servers are still up. I'm amazed by that.
Oh well,
Uh,
yeah, that
Nintendo's
is
just
pretty
put the
well.
Wii use the Wii Mario Kart server back online, like
Oh, that's cool.
very recently.
Ah,
I think there's a problem with it, so they took it off, and then to everybody's amazement, they've actually brought it back online. I've hit every single
nice.
thing going
Ah,
on this track.
I just totally dumped myself in the water.
But you're
This
still,
was a pretty well track.
yeah, you're
I'm
still
going.
ahead.
I'm going.
Oh
No, I'm
no,
not.
oh
Can't.
yeah, yeah.
I saw you pass me by as I fell into the water, but I'm catching up quick.
How? How are you catching up
That's
quick?
where I fell. I was like, that
I've
was
made
where I
no
fell. Oh, I'm like,
mistakes. Oh wow, I've
you got
actually
me on
won
that one.
one by
I was gonna
18
say,
seconds. 18, no, fraction of a second.
no, yeah, fractions, 40, 50, 58. Well, it says, yeah, 58th of a second.
Oh my god. I've unlocked
I know,
something there.
right? Nice amateur, 193 points to get to beginner. Oh, cool. So now we're actually getting points. Interesting.
Yeah, so that those old '90s consoles, I don't think any of them were designed to go online, though, were they? Um,
No, no. Actually, the only one that the first ever one that actually had online gameplay was the Dreamcast,
oh,
and that was
really?
in 98, 99.
Was that TCP/IP or was it a different protocol?
Oh, it
Do
was
you remember?
through actually it was through phone, your like cable phone, your phone, your like your home phone line.
Wait, did you back out?
No, I hit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're
Wait,
okay. Cool, interesting. I don't know why I did 10. I was like, I thought I did 5 or 6. So, all right, we'll go this one again. Or I'll use my this car. I'll try. This one actually is kind of a hard one to handle. It's like kind of a bigger car.
what's 10 mean?
Oddly.
Is that like the engine size or something?
I'm sorry. What was that?
What's the
Oh,
10
jeez.
mean?
10.
Yeah,
That is a good question.
is that the class of car or?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's probably the number of car it is because there's like a bunch of cars that you can unlock the bodies on if you go through the storyline.
It's brutal
this
when you're
one
going up and down the screen. If you're going left to right, you've got a lot of screen to see. But if you go up and down, you haven't got much warning. Do you know what I mean?
And that's why I'm like, that's kind of brilliant that they have a giant puddle of water there.
Oh, I've hit the
I'm
logs.
like, I almost fell in the water again. I'm like, come on. So, but yeah, the with the Dreamcast, it was just through your landline, your land phone line, and it. I'm trying to remember if it ran on the it had to have run on the 56K.
No way. So, I mean, did you have to? You wouldn't have dialed up your friend, would
Nope.
you? You'd have dialed up a central service type thing.
I believe it would have because I never did it, but I think they would have had a server for it. And the first ever, and I love this little bit of video game trivia. The first ever home console that had like the first ever game was called Choo Choo Rocket.
All right. Okay.
I never played it. I forgot what it was about. I just remember the name because how can you forget Choo Choo Rocket?
Do you
Baddies on that.
do you have like video game museums in the States? You must do have something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Actually, I live in the Chicagoland area, and they actually have a little suburb called DeKalb, and they actually have like an arcade museum slash video game museum. It's not much, but it's pretty damn cool to go see and stuff like that. And then they have one that's in another suburb called Brookfield, and it's a arcade called Galloping Ghost.
Right. Okay.
And that is huge. That is huge. Like they've got over 800 arcade games
Wow.
in the building that are set to free play. You pay $25 US to play all day.
Oh, I mean, I think I've seen that advertised actually. You know, is it quite famous? Is it quite famous outside of the Chicago area?
Yes, actually, it's a huge. Actually, they do host like nationwide tournaments for like high
Right.
scores and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm building an arcade machine. I'm in the find players thing. It disconnected me, but it's not finding you for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, you know what? Here, I didn't hit. Oh, I've been disconnected. Okay, but I can go find players. There we are again.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
building an
that's kind of
arcade
odd that it
machine
just kind of.
at the moment, and
What's that?
I'm building an arcade machine with a Raspberry Pi 4, and I've got everything in place. I've just got to set up RetroArch on it. But when I get it running, I'm putting a 1 terabyte hard drive on it. There'll be like thousands of games on there, and it's going to be
Very
so
nice.
lovely to get that working. Actually, I was building it as a birthday present for my brother, so I will get to play on it for a little bit before I lose it, type thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool to buy these things. You know, you'd be looking at a couple of $1,000s to buy the equivalent of that.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
no. So if you can do it yourself, that's pretty. That's actually pretty cool.
yeah, it's good fun. Actually, I was thinking, could I make a business out of that? But I think it might be tough. I don't know. Might be interesting.
You could probably buy build the arcades themselves and stuff like that, and try to sell them. But again,
Oh,
it's kind of a competitive market, I would say.
yeah, I think so. And there's legal issues with ROMs, so how legitimate the
Well,
business could ever be,
you
I
wouldn't
don't know.
necessarily, you wouldn't
Whoa,
necessarily,
you faked a left.
install the. Oop, you wouldn't install like say the software and stuff like that. But if you bought, built the arcade cabinets and stuff like that to sell,
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
so that people can do whatever they do, that's a possibility. Jeez, get over that.
Yeah, just point people in the right direction, I suppose. And just say, we don't provide the ROMs. But the other thing is the graphics on the side, that would be a difficult one. I wouldn't be able to put any branded Sonic the Hedgehog or anything like that without permission, do you know what I mean? So it'd all have to be sort of.
Yeah, you would have to kind of do your own little.
Yeah.
That's when you have like, you kind of work with if you have a friend that does graphic design and whatnot.
Yeah.
Try to, hey, you owe me a favor. Do this for me.
Well, I can do graphic design. It's just I'm not quick at it. I don't do it as a profession. So I could knock something up in Photoshop, which is what I'm going to do for this one. But I'm going to use Mario and Sonic and then persuade a print company to print it on vinyl for me and that it's for personal use, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there'll be a few hurdles. M9. Is that cool?
Okay, you're gonna do 9. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, if you can communicate to me which level you want to do, that helps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't mind if you want to do want to do a choice. I mean, we should put you on a handicap actually, because I'm definitely 5 seconds behind most races, aren't I?
You know what? Honestly, I probably should just use that one car, that truck. It looks like an El Camino, because that one I have a hard time handling. So,
I don't know what
like,
this.
Right now, I'm like.
I think this is a Mustang.
See, if you go on around the turns, let go of the button, and you make the turns a lot easier.
I'll try.
I found. I mean, I guess my car also is a bit more souped up.
Oh yeah. Oh, so the M9 isn't about the car; it's about the tracks. I don't know if your car's souped up. You've got better steering than I have.
That's the thing. I got the handling and stuff like that. But like I said, it's also, knowing to lay off the accelerator on turns.
Yeah.
It's like I see the turn, so I'm already anticipating to let off the accelerator, take the turn. Jeez, I was a little late on that one. Jeez, that was a pinball machine. All right, so all right. Hey, I would love to keep playing right now, but I got my friend texting me. Hey, you want to play some Rocket League?
Oh, okay.
So, you know what? We'll pick up if we want to pick up another day. I'm more than willing to keep playing this. It's actually fascinating to actually talk to someone else. I'm not really very sociable when it comes to online.
Oh, what? Any particular reason?
You know what? I'm just particularly antisocial in that regards, I guess.
That's a modern gaming thing, I think, to be honest.
Well, being able to play online. Yeah.
No, I mean,
guess I don't do.
Most gaming nowadays online is not very sociable compared to like 10 or 15 years ago, maybe, when you just went in a lobby and chatted with people. Yeah, I think so. Because gaming became toxic, and then people. And the other thing is parties as well. If we were in a lobby with other people, we wouldn't be talking to them. But we wouldn't talk to them if we're in a party, if you know what I mean. But yeah, are you the guy? Because I put a few posts up. Are you the guy that said Monday to Thursday evenings?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So yeah. Whenever, give me a shout, dude. My profile will show me online or not.
You are usually okay. You just said send me a message, so this is actually cool. You actually seem like real chill, and you're actually entertaining to talk to. So.
Oh, likewise. And if there's any other games, I mean, just have a flick through my profile if you want, dude. You get an idea of what games I play. I think there's probably a link to my Twitch as well. So yeah.
Interesting. You actually do Twitch?
Yeah, not for the reason of running a channel, more to save my gameplay, but not on my PC. use up YouTube's storage space. Do you know what I mean? Type thing. If that makes any sense. If
Multitasking helped me.
well, no, what
So,
if I stream it to Twitch, it means I don't have to save it on my computer, if you know what I mean. So I stream it to
oh, okay.
Twitch, and then I dump it on
Oh, okay.
YouTube, and I've got terabytes of YouTube servers, and not my own, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yes,
So
actually it does. Actually, it does make sense. All right. Thanks for that.
yeah, so have a look through and see what games, and if there's anything else that takes of interest, give me a shout, dude.
Okay. Very cool. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Yeah, likewise. Take it easy.
Uh, you as well.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Yep.